I'm Luke Summerhays, and I love Chien-Pao. Chinese mythology has many fantastical creatures. We've seen a lot of them inspire Pokemon already. Often not directly, but through influencing a Japanese creature, which then influenced a Pokemon. Japanese dragons draw much of at least their visual design from China. The Tengu came from India by way of China, and the Japanese kitsune can be seen drawing inspiration from earlier Chinese and Korean many-tailed foxes. One set of Chinese monsters in particular don't really have a direct correlation in Japan, though some specific incarnations of them individually inspired specific Japanese yokai. These are the Four Perils, a quartet of terrible beasts which crop up repeatedly in myth, legend, and fiction, sometimes as particularly deadly monsters, other times in more philosophical roles, not unlike the Four Horsemen or the Seven Deadly Sins in Judeo-Christian myth. Chien-Pao is a dark and ice-type Pokemon, sealed away in Paldea's West Province in the Ice Rend Shrine. It resembles a big white cat with large canine teeth, like a cross between a snow leopard and a saber-toothed tiger. Pokemon Scarlet tells us, "This Pokemon can control 100 tons of fallen snow. It plays around innocently by leaping in and out of avalanches it has caused." Just as with the other treasures of Ruin, a closer inspection reveals the teeth to be two halves of a sword, with the animal body merely snow being manipulated by this cursed object, which is the actual Pokemon. Pokemon Violet tells us, "The hatred of those who perished by the sword long ago has clad itself in snow and become a Pokemon." The name Chien-Pao, or the Japanese Paojian, draws from the Chinese words for sword and for leopard, which makes sense. Chien-Pao may draw inspiration specifically from the Kyonki, one of the Four Perils which is believed to have inspired the Japanese myth of the Kama Itachi, which himself inspired another ice and dark type Pokemon, Sneasel. The Kyonki is a man-eating predator, but the Taowu, another member of the Four Perils, had an actual genus of saber-toothed tiger named after it, so perhaps this one is also an inspiration. Competitively, Chien-Pao more than lives up to either of these mythical inspirations, using its phenomenal attack and speed to rewrite the rules when it comes to the ice type, a typing which has traditionally been underused despite its good attacking potential, thanks to its long list of weaknesses. The ice type has long been underrepresented in the upper echelons of Pokemon. It makes perfect sense that this resentment would build up and develop into a deadly curse. Music for Luke Loves Pokemon is composed by Jonathan Cromie. Artwork for the show is by Katie Groves. Writing, producing, and editing is by me, Luke Summerhays, while funding is provided by lovely listeners at patreon.com/podcastiopodcastius. Next up are Ting Lu and Chi Yu, so if you have thoughts about those or any other monsters, hit me up with a DM or an email to lukelovespkmn@gmail.com. If you like this podcast, please rate and review wherever you're listening, or tell a friend. If you want to hear more Pokemon chatter from me, come by twitch.tv/lukelovespkmn. Most Saturday nights from 9 PM UK time. Even if you don't feel like doing any of that, thank you so much just for listening. I love Chien-Pao, and remember, I love you too.